Hello guys and gals, and welcome to Lumberjack Dynasty. I'm Buddy1927, and this is going to be a new series. It's basically a how-to and how-do series on, and we're going to go as the game progresses in this game, of strategies and what to do, how to make money, and so on, and how to do some of the quests, how to do this, that, and the other thing. Okay, this is the main menu of Lumberjack. This is the main menu of Lumberjack Dynasty. You got new game, you got load, you got save game, you got options, you got control, you got exit game, and you got language selection. Okay. Right now, I'm going to go over these two, options and controls. So let's click on options. Options, you got graphics. And these are your graphics settings. You can change them as you please, but if you change this or anything on the graphics side, you actually need to restart the game. And if you're in the middle of a save, and if you're in the middle of a game, save the game. And you want to change the resolution or something, or change something like this on any of this stuff, make sure you save your game, then go ahead and start it. Okay, we got on. These are your graphic controls, ultra quality, assistant, fast, on, and we'll just click break. I'll go back to options here. Now you got your sound. The sound is on, and you can control the sound volume just by sliding that up and down. You control the music volume up and down, and this is actually this is your voice volume to go up and down. Now the game settings, and I want to go over this. This is your controllable sensitivity. That's your mouse and stuff like that. Your inverted y-axis, if you use that. Push, hold, push, or hold for tool mode. I like push. Head movements, yes or no. Now this is one that is default is no, and something I would always recommend to say yes, and that is when you finish a quest, it will automatically save. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes with computer games and computers, sometimes something happens along the way. You might lose power, you might accidentally do something, the game might crash, something like this. With this, every time you save a quest, you'll be that be your last save point. So that's important. Crosshairs, I always want mine on. You can have them on environment, but I like always. So that's basically the controls there. Now you got the controls. Since this is the keyboard, since we have to use a keyboard, this is your steering, and this is where you can actually change it. Like I is R. The default is R. I switched mine to I. Enter was enter, but I switched mine to the middle mouse button so I can pick up logs and stuff like that without having to hit enter every time to pick up the log and drop the log. I can just use my middle mouse button. So that's what I use that for. So we'll click OK. Okay, now we are going to start the game, and we're just going to go over the basics of the game. And as it's loading, you get some helpful tips and stuff like that, and some screenshots of the game and stuff like that. And now we get the narrative. So I'll let you watch.
Major changes in your life often come unexpected. A week ago, my favorite Aunt Grace called me. As a boy, I used to spend a lot of time on her lumber farm. Now, of course, she and my Uncle Charles have grown old, and they're looking forward to a happy retirement. They decided to sell their dwindling business and need my help to bring it up to shape. I'm only too happy to help them. Besides, I'm beginning to realize how much I miss the peace and quiet of the mountains, the clean air, the stunning views, and the sweat of good old-fashioned hard work. I'll put my city life on hold, turn off my telephone, and return to the bosom of nature, at least for a while.
Okay, guys. You're in the middle of the road. You're crossing the street. And that's your Aunt Grace. You're going to go up there and talk to her. You see the orange triangles and stuff like that. You got to follow the orange triangles in the beginning of this game. Also, that story, you're only going to be here for a couple weeks to help them out. It's a trap. So let's go ahead.
Great to see you. It's been years, but you've grown up so handsome. We've both missed you.
It's nice to see you too. You look great as always, dear Auntie. I'm looking forward to staying with you.
Well, thank you. You'll have our old house all for yourself. We've moved to a smaller house right across the street. It's a lot easier to keep tidy.
I see you want to sell most of your property.
For a buyer for the house and the lumber mill. We haven't got the strength anymore. With no one to help, the buildings are a bit run down.
I'll be only too glad to help you with whatever you need me to do. You realize that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I'm indeed worried about your uncle. He's too old to be out working in the forest, doing all the heavy lifting himself.
I can imagine. The forest has always been very close to his heart. So how about a little tour?
Follow me. I will show you everything.
Okay, you just follow her. Now, the graphics in this is actually pretty good in this game.
You know, I'm really fond of this place. I've spent most of my life here. Yes, darling? He just arrived. Oh no, do you need any help? I will ask him. Your uncle has a problem in the forest. Could you please get over there and see what's wrong?
Yes, of course. Find him.
He's in a clearing behind the sawmill. I am sure you'll find him right away. Take our old pickup. It's parked in front of the house.
Will do. See you later.
Okay, we follow the orange triangle, which is over there, and they live, that's their barn and their garage and their house is over there. So we'll hop into the pickup truck. Now, if you press C, you can go from one camera view to the other. I like this camera view best. And you follow the orange triangle. You must follow the orange triangle for this game to be complete. For you to complete the beginning quests. And that's what we're in right now. Let's pass them. They're going too slow. Okay, keep following this. And during this series, I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks and some other key items to let you know what to do. So we'll go ahead and go come over to here. We hit the triangle. Now we can hit E to exit. And we follow the triangle and go talk to our uncle.
Hello, lad. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, dear uncle. Aunt Grace told me you have a problem.
Got stuck in the mud. I used to be better at handling the accelerator. Can you help me?
Sure, no problem. What do you want me to do?
Get on the tractor and try to attach the trailer. Let's see if you can get it out of the water.
Okay. So we go to the orange triangle. Hop into the tractor. And we are going to back up. And you can view this by the mouse. And once it says it's attached, and I just drive it and then turn it, get that taken care of. So it's turning the right direction when we get back into it.
Well done. You have some skill, you know that. But this is just the beginning. Let's see if you remember how to handle a tree this time. Follow me, lad.
You know, Uncle Moonwalk, did you? He's the one who taught Michael Jackson how to do it.
Now pick up the chainsaw. Still remember what I taught you. Be careful.
Okay. We're going to the chainsaw, which is the orange triangle. Okay. If it has a green trunk like that, that means you can cut it. You hold your right mouse button down to see it. You come to the tree, and you gotta cut down the tree that has a triangle. And with the left mouse button, you cut, and you just keep your the chainsaw tip in between the orange. Don't go too fast. Don't go too fast or too slow. You end up having to start all over again.
Great technique.
Now, I always back up,
Have grown strong.
let the
Now
tree
you need to
fall.
cut away the branches and cut the trunk into logs.
Okay,
Think
now
you
we
could load the logs onto the trailer, bring the vehicles here, and give it a try.
okay, and holding the right mouse button down tells you where you can cut off the limbs. Keeping the right mouse button down after you cut off the limbs will tell you where to cut the tree into logs. So we want to cut this tree down. Cut this tree up into log. Now we got another green trunk tree, and we got another green trunk tree. The green area is what you own. The outside the green area is trees you don't. You got a red trunk tree. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and cut down the other two trees. And there's a reason behind that. That way it saves you time. We can go ahead and drop them all and they'll be fine. It saves you time in the long run when you go to cut down more trees on your property. You don't have, you only got 2 more trees, so you might as well go ahead and knock those out. You know what I mean. So we'll go ahead and cut the limbs off, cut this tree into sections. And as we progress, we'll get a trimmer, and when we cut down trees, we'll trim around the trees so we can see them a little bit better when we go to pick them up. So we'll cut down this tree. So cut this tree, cut the limbs off of this tree. And then cut it into logs. And then we'll hop into the tractor. Oh yeah, you press F1, that puts your thing away. Gramp. Your uncle's already in there. So we're gonna go this way. We're going to start picking up trees, the logs that we just cut up. So let's just go ahead and pick this one up. And to control this, you just use your mouse to control it. by holding the left mouse button down so you can control it. And I got mine set up so my middle mouse button, instead of hitting enter, will be used instead, so I don't have to reach over and hit enter. So there we go. When the log is highlighted green, that means you can pick it up. Let me just go ahead and just go around. Now, all these tips and tricks are for the full release of the game. This is not the beta. This is actually the full release of the game. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that's 2 trees we don't have to cut down later on and drag and take care of. You guys, then we'll just drop that from there. We really don't have to worry about stacking that much. Let's see, can we pick this log up? Yes, we can. We'll pick that one up as we go along. And you gotta stop. And there we go. Pick this up. Pick this one up. There we go. Now we got all the logs picked up. Now we drive to where the orange triangle is. And you must drive to the orange triangle. It must disappear before you do the next step. And then I'll show you what. If I stop here and start unloading the logs here, it won't count. Now you see the triangles down here, so you got to pick up your logs and start dropping them in there. You got 3 logs you got to drop in there. We got more than 3 logs, but we'll just go ahead and drop all the logs in and not just 3, so they'll be cut up and put in, and the bark will be stripped.
Well, enough for today. Let's just.
And all we have to do later on is pick them back up and cut them into planks once we get the lumber mill going.
You did just fine today. Perhaps you'd like to help us with the farm and lumber mill some more, eh? Or even think about settling down here. Life is good and quiet. I'm sure you'd like it. You don't have to answer right away. Just think about it while you're helping us here for a week or 2. And then we'll see if you like living here, alright?
See, he's setting you up to get you to move here. It's what he's doing. So be careful. If you don't want to move here, say no. Okay, now we just drive to the triangle. Orange triangle, where the orange triangle is. Now, this is your uncle's tractor and trailer, not yours. You have to go get your own tractor. You're going to have to go get your own log trailer and then upgrade as much as you can. So, okay, we've made it to the triangle. Get booted out of the tractor because it's not yours now. It's your uncle's. It's at least off the road. I like opening keeping the gates open. Go to the orange triangle, which is your aunt.
Hello, boys. Did you sort it out?
Yes, it was a refreshing experience.
If you still feel like it, I will show you around the farm.
Okay, now you got an option. You can say, yeah, I would love to have, maybe tomorrow I'm really tired. Now, if you have not played this game before, I will say I would always press number 1. Yes, I want to look around. If you played the game before, maybe tomorrow I'm really tired, go ahead and press number 2. We'll go ahead and press number 1 because I'm assuming you're watching this and never played the game.
Yeah, I would love to have a look around.
Okay, now we just follow Auntie around.
Healthy food has always been important to us. Charlie planted these apple trees many, many years ago. They still bear lots of fruit. I've always dreamed of putting up a hive here, but, well, I never did. It would be really good for the trees and flowers, and I just love honey. Greenhouse is in pretty good condition. You can buy seeds in the store and you could grow vegetables really fast. This farm could become self-reliant in no time. Now the workshop, your uncle's kingdom. You can refuel and wash every vehicle here. With a few improvements, you should even be able to carry out your own repairs. It hurts me to see the buildings in this awful state. If you are up to it, you might start doing something about it right away. There should be some tools in the workshop.
Okay, follow and press E to open. And there's a tool, nail gun.
So you found something. Good. Now you can try it out. Do you think you can fix this wall?
Okay, you see these hammers. Also, if you press the right mouse button, you'll see it turn red. These are the areas that need to be fixed. So we're going to fix this. You just hover over the hammer. When it turns orange, that means you are in the area. It will press the left mouse button and it will fix. And one thing I like doing is making sure you got your hotkeys, F1, F2. So I keep chainsaw as F1, I keep this as F2. We'll continue on.
You are real natural here.
Oop.
These repairs will do for now, but of course it doesn't look too pretty, does it? But once you can produce planks in the sawmill, you can restore these walls to their former glory. Only fully dried planks can be used for buildings, so if you're in a hurry, you'll have to buy some in the store. And you can repaint these too. I'm sure someone will teach you how to do that. I remember the old days when this barn was full of animals. If you can repair these walls and the roof, you'll be able to keep animals in here again. See if you can climb up and check out the roof. Then you can use scaffolding to carry out the necessary repairs.
Okay, that's scaffolding right there. So we just come over here, press E. Now I go to my tools and I'm going to assign that to F3. No. This is F2. This is supposed to be F3. There we go. Okay. So, and you hold your right mouse button down. It gives you where you can actually place. When it turns green, click on your left mouse button and you actually put it up. Now we got to go up and fix the roof. So climb it and then you can hold the right mouse button down or just hit or just go where the hammers are, because sometimes if you hold the left mouse or the right mouse button down, you won't see red, but you'll see a hammer. Anytime you see a hammer, that's what you want to hit. You can see, there we go. Come on. And watch it. Watch when you get near the roof edge, you can fall. It won't hurt you, but you can fall, and then you have to just go back to where you started. So, depending on the angle of the roof, depends on how steep it is. The steeper the angle, the harder it is. So make sure you just don't run up or down. Down. Just kind of go down sideways. And I always double tap. Backtrack. And let's get this one. I'll get this one. Now, you see how I turn like that? That's how I keep it stay on the roof. And then we'll come over to here. Come over to here, then I come up to the apex of the roof, which is this right here. I scan around, and it's all been taken care of. So, go back to our scaffolding. If we hit jump down here and we hit E, it takes away the scaffolding. Why are you not? I guess you didn't like that. I guess we've got to wait till anything calls us.
Come on, I'll show you the house.
Oops.
This house needs renovating too, but it should be cozy enough for you as it is. I'm sorry we can't offer you anything better, but at least you'll have a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom. You can cook for yourself and relax in the evenings.
Even Auntie moonwalks a bit. She tries to keep up with Uncle. That's what she's trying to do.
Try to get to know the neighbors. I'm sure they'll help you too. We have fishermen, herbalists, farmers, you name it. Peaceful and friendly people.
There's plenty of work in our lumber mill out there. Make sure to check it out as well. You should be able to get it going again, and who knows, maybe even make it profitable.
And remember, whenever you need anything, you can always come to us. Be sure I'll have some treat waiting for you. You know you must always eat well and get plenty of sleep to keep up your strength.
See you soon, lad.
See, they're moonwalking, and now they just disappeared. Okay, it's getting nighttime. Let's go over some basic controls. You got your escape, which will bring you to the main menu. You can save. Let's go ahead and save this. We'll save it down here. I'm going over rewrite that, and then you just press save. Now you want to wait. You see, it says saving game. You want to wait until you hear game saved. Then you can exit if you want, or load another one, or just continue going, or resume the game. Now, if you press your tab button, we got several things here. This is your how many euros. Unfortunately, this is done in euros. You don't have the option to make it cash or dollars. So this is 1,250 euros is what you start off with. You start off with 1,000 social points, and this gives you the time. And it's in military time, so this is 7:45 in the evening. And it gives you the day of the week, the date, and the month. Okay, here you got your inventory, and you got 3 categories in your inventory. You got tools, you got food, which is right now beer and sausages, or grilled sausages. I call them sausages. And then you got other, which as we get, we'll get some items that aren't a tool and it's not food. That's where we'll go. So keep an eye on that. Down here is the game information and stats. We'll press that, and we got buildings fixed, and it tells you we got no buildings fixed. Greenhouses, it will tell you how many seeds you currently have, which is you got 5 zucchini, 10 tomatoes, 8 pumpkin, 10 paprika, 10 melon, 10 cucumbers, and 10 chilies. Okay. Forest areas you own are 2. It also tells you the humidity of the greenhouse, which we still have to fix the greenhouse. But the humidity is very dry, which we'll get into that when we get the greenhouse repaired. Debarking silo currently has 2,490 kilograms, which is 12% of how much the bark silo holds. The saw building silo is wood chips stored is 2,750 kilograms, which is 9%. This also tells you how much fuel you have in stock, which is 40 liters. And right now you have no animals allowed in Chapter 1, so we can't buy animals, we can't do nothing until we go into Chapter 2. And this tells you the chapter that you are currently in. We're in Chapter 1, guests in the house, and you arrive weekly and to help your aunt and uncle, blah, blah, blah. It gives you the story. So we'll go back and hit that tab again. Now over on here are your skills. Okay. You got currently you're a lumberjack 1. Well, all your skills are 1 or have not researched yet. So we got right now we're a Lumberjack 1. Our uncle told us how to cut down trees and how to cut them into logs. So we can use a chainsaw. When we become a Lumberjack 2, and there's quests that you have to do this to turn this into things. You're picking up and carrying logs. Your skill level go from Lumberjack 1 to a skill level Lumberjack 2. Removing stumps and planting trees will get you to Lumberjack skill 3. And the quest, you got to pay off your aunt and you got to pay off your uncle, which we'll get into later on. Building, and it tells you your building skills and tells you what the next level does and all that. Same thing with mechanic. It doesn't tell you how to do that, but there's quests to make sure that you get up there. There's traders, which is new. And then we also have fishermen, which we have not learned yet, and there will be a quest that will get us fishermen 1, 2, and 3. One with nature. Right now, we haven't learned anything with nature, and we'll tell you what will happen when I become one with nature 1, and I can collect mushrooms and berries. My ability to collect common herbs. When I get to level 2 and level 3, I can collect unique special herbs. I can recognize and collect unique recipes, so on. Lucky Man is find a treasure chest, and find a treasure chest. You got the 3 different types of treasure chests. You cook. Right now you're cook level 1. You can create basic canned foods, more nutritious and more money. Cook level 2 is when you can cook unique recipes from cookbooks, and then creating food based on specialty local recipes, special local recipes, so on. This down here gives you your current condition. Right now my food is at 57% and my sleep is at 50%. So you can run this all the way down to 0. You won't die. You can run this down to 0. You won't die. You don't die in this game. But you will slow down. And you won't be able to do certain abilities because either your sleep is too low or your food is too low. So that's where we're at with that. Okay. So as you can see, it's nighttime. We can. That was F3. We can go ahead and remove that. We don't need that no more. I don't need that no more. And what we'll do is we'll come into the house, and what I like doing is I turn on the lights. Light switch for this was right by the door. The light switch you would think would be there's a light switch by the door which turns on the kitchen, but doesn't turn on here. The light switch for that is right here. So this is your living room and your dining room, and I don't know what that is. Your kitchen table, your kitchen. You got a closet, I guess, to put coats and stuff like that. But let's go down to the basement. To get to the basement, you have to come to the outside. And we'll open that. And this is your pantry. Right now, same thing. Pantry has the same thing. You can put tools in here. You can put food in here, and we got some food which we are actually going to remove and put on us. So we're going to move your inventory. So we got 3 tomato, we got 3 pumpkin soup, and we got 5 condensed milk. And other right now. I keep this on food. This is basically your storage area for food, tools, and other items. Okay, and turn on the light right there. We come out here and we can close the door. Okay. Now, we do have a deck. A nice deck that actually has a pretty view of the river and a good view of the mountains. We got another deck up top. So let's go ahead. I just do this out of habit because that's the way I was raised. We went through the kitchen. Now we'll go upstairs. Okay. This room here is your bedroom. Not your bedroom. This is your bathroom. You got a toilet, a shower, a sink to wash your hand, and a little linen storage. Got a light switch here to turn on the light, and we can turn that off. Okay, let's go into this room. We got a desk here. Got a hole so we can see into the next room. We got some broken pictures, a light switch. We got a bed, but we can't use this bed. Okay, and I guess this is your closet space. Okay, let's close that door. This is another bedroom. Can't use this bed. Got some closet space, a desk. You can also use this as your office. Looks like it has lots of storage and stuff like that. Also a storage room. Got a light here. So that turns on the lights. Before we get into there, I'm going to show you. You got an attic. Now to get up into the attic, you actually got to jump up on there. And this is your attic. You will need to get up there later on to do a quest. And that was my cat sneezing. She has hay fever. And this is your bedroom. And you can tell because when you hover over the bed, you got two options. You can either sleep for the night, or you, in this case, press the middle mouse button and you can sleep for a week, which will come in handy from time to time. And this is the deck. Needs a little repair, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Better view of the river from up here. Better view, got a better view of the lake from up here, and a nice view of the mountains. So that is the beginning of this game. Real simple, not too bad. In the next episode, we will talk about what to do on the first full day here in Pine Grove. So, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell. That way you know when the latest videos I do come along and when I go live here on YouTube. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button. Every like I get gets this channel seen a little bit more, which helps grow this channel. And as always, have fun playing your games. Be safe out there in the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.